Hello, students. My name is Sonia Malik. I'm your coding teacher and mentor. So, in this video, you will be seeing various conditional statements and loops like switch case, break, continue, go to, for, while, and do while, right? Okay. So, here is the index. You can see the timestamp and follow the part of the video accordingly. Thank you. Keep learning. Hello, students. I welcome you all to this new session, right? Okay. So, today's topic will be conditional statements and loops, right? Okay. So, we have discussed, um, yeah, this is part two. In the part one, we have discussed if condition, right? If else condition, right? And one more. Quickly tell one more. If else conditions, right? These three conditions we have covered in the conditional statements and loops part 1. So what will be the scenario or the index for today? Let us discuss quickly. Today we will be discussing some more conditional statements and loops in this video, right? Okay. So in the previous video, while we were discussing if else conditions, I designed a game for you, that haunted house game, right? Okay, in which we were using so many conditions. If, then in between we are writing else if conditions, again else if conditions, so many else if conditions for different cases. Else if conditions, and then after so many else if conditions, we are writing else. We have written else. I told you in the previous session that it is not feasible, it is not good to write so many if else conditions. If there are 100 cases, there are suppose 100 cases. If there are 100 cases, so it is not good to write 100 if else conditions. 100 if else conditions. It is very lengthy and it is not a good way to do so. So, teacher, can you suggest a way? Can you suggest a way to avoid so many if else conditions? So many if else conditions. Like, is there a way in which we can denote multiple conditions but avoiding else if again and again? Yes, students, there is a way where you can avoid so many if else conditions and mention all the conditions as well, like avoiding writing so many else ifs but still mentioning each and every case, right? You can depict 100 cases by avoiding this so many else ifs. How? Let us see, right? Okay. So to represent 100 cases, 100 scenarios but avoiding if else conditions, it is called as switch case statements, right? What it is called? Switch case statements. What does it do? Okay, let us make a recommendation game. Bear with me for some time and you will get it very nicely, right? Okay, suppose I'm making an application. I'm making an application where based on ages, I will provide suggestions to people. Like, if you are age 5, go play basketball outside. If you are age 10, drink apple juice, it is good for your health. If you are above 18, play badminton outside, it will be very good for you. If you are above 50, go to park every day. Like, these suggestions I'll provide to people, right? So that is the recommendation game, right? Okay, how I'll do that? Okay, so based on the input, I'll take the input as age. I'll take the age as input from people, and they will type their age and I'll recommend them something and something, right? Okay, So firstly, I'm creating a variable because I have to ask the age of people who are using my application, right? Okay, int age. Then I will tell, I told na, print statements are very useful. If I'll simply do int age, c in age and run this code, people will just see this black box which is in which cursor is blinking. This is the code that is written by me for the application. Only and only I can see this written code. The users cannot see. They will only see the output of the application, right? Okay. They will just see the output of the application. See carefully. They will just see the output of the application. Suppose I am user and when I open the app, I'll see a cursor is blinking. I'm not sure like why it is happening, what it is asking me. What it is asking me? Age. But there is nowhere written that I have to enter my age. So it causes confusion, right? It is very confusing. So what you are doing is you always have to write some printing statement so that it is very easy for the user to see like what it is asking, what this, why this cursor is blinking. So what you will do, you will write a print statement, enter your age, enter your age. Now see how beautiful it will look, how beautiful it will look. Okay, see how beautiful it will look. Okay. Wow, cool. It is asking me enter your age. Now I'm clear that like it is asking me my age. Earlier I was very clueless. If it is asking me my favorite fruit, my favorite film, my favorite vacation sport, I was confused. But now it is clearly mentioned for the user to note that it is asking me my age, enter your age. Now I will enter something, but it will not give you anything because we have not completed the application. Okay, okay. So we have created an input box where we are asking the user its age. Now how to proceed further? How to proceed further? Earlier we were writing so many if else conditions, but here we will not write if else condition. We will use that switch case statements. Let me write here. This switch case statement helps you to print various statements in various scenarios, right? Okay, okay. So how we will proceed further? So what is the syntax of the switch case? Like the syntax of if else condition was like this: writing if keyword and then round braces. Same way for switch case, you will not write if, you will write switch, switch, switch. And in this round braces you will write the variable name, that is age. In the if condition you are writing the condition, here you will write the variable name age. Then same way as if else condition, open the curly braces, right? Then what you will do? Okay, you will write something like case. It means that you are now writing so many cases inside this switch case. Why it is not a switch case? Because you will provide a switch variable, writing variable name inside it, and will provide many cases like what if this, what if that, what if the case is like this, so many case. Do you know like what these cases will do? This will avoid writing many if else conditions. Previously you were writing so many if else condition, but now you will write something like case. What if case is 2? You know what is this is 2? This is the age. Okay, I am asking user to enter the age. Suppose okay, let me complete it first, then I'll explain you. It is more better, right? Suppose I'm writing 18, suppose I'm writing 23, suppose I'm writing 50. Fine for you? Okay, okay. So let me complete it first. I'll make sure that you get it very nicely. Don't worry about that. See out. You are a baby. Baby, sleep well. Sleep well. I'm recommending it to sleep well, right? Okay. Now now next is for 18 age, what should I do? Okay, play badminton. I'm suggesting 18 age group to play badminton. Play badminton. Okay. Let me complete these two, then I'll explain you very nicely. Don't worry about that. Then for age group 23, I'm saying you dance. You dance, right? Something like that. You can make any kind of suggestion game, right? This is the basic one. Then I'm writing you do yoga. You do yoga, right? Okay, fine. Okay. So I have programmed something like this, switch case statements. Why it is not a switch case? Because switch is here and cases are here. These are the cases. So how it will work, how this game will work? Firstly, user will come to the output box and see enter your age. Suppose I'll also show by taking you to the output screen, but firstly let us understand here only, right? Okay, let us suppose user entered. Okay, there is also a default case. A default case is there that when the case is not matching with anyone. I'll explain you this also. Do nothing. Do nothing, right? Do nothing. Okay, this is the program that is created by me. Now how it will work? I defined a variable int age where int is data type and ages because age is an integer 23, 22, like that. Semicolon to end this line, right? Then cout statement so that the user will know like what I am asking it. Age, favorite fruit or vacation sport, right? Then I'm taking input by using cn. Suppose user have entered 23. Now what my program will do? This 23 will be put here internally, not externally. Externally it will be age only, right? Externally it will be age only. When you see it, the code, it will be age only. Like how compiler internally works. Internally, what is the logic of this program I am explaining you. When user will fill 23, this 23 will be put to here internally. You will not see it, but internally it is happening, right? Switch 23. Now this 23 is matched with these cases. You know what these 2, 8, 23, 50, these are the four ages. Four ages. Okay, these are the four ages. Now compiler will match your 23 with these things. Is your 23 matching with anybody? Is 23 matching with 2? Is 23 matching with 2? No. Okay. Now is 23 matching with this 18? No. Is 23 matching with this 23? Yes, it is matching. Yes, it is matching. Congratulations, it is matching. So what it will do? It will print this statement for you. You dance. You dance. Okay, it will break then and there. I wrote a break condition. I'll explain you this break in later half of this video, right? In later part of this video, I'll explain you this. But for now, 23 is matching this 23. And you will get output as you dance, right? Okay. What if this 23 is not matching with anyone? Like user have suppose inputted user have given 45 age. Now this 45 is not present here. If the user have given this 45 age, what will happen? This 45 will go inside this round braces. And now compiler will try to match this 45 with this 2. Right? Your computer, sorry, or compiler, the person who interprets the code, okay, it will match this 45 with this 2. Your computer will match this 45 with 2. It is not matching, so a no is there, right? Okay, now this 45 will be matched with this 18. It is again not matching. Okay, now this 45 is matched with this 23. It is not matching, yani ki it means your age is 45 and this case is for 23 aged people. Your age is not 23, right? If it is 45, it is matching it with 450. This is also not matching. No matching. No matching. So what will happen? What will happen? When your input is not matching with any of the cases, what it will do? It will go to the default block. Default means the one who is not paired with anyone. So by default you will be getting, default means automatically, when you are matching with nothing, when your age is matching with no digit, then you will go to this default block and it will print do nothing for you, right? Let us test that. Should we test? Okay, we are very excited to test this code. Let us test it. Okay, so he is asking me, the compiler is asking me, or the computer is asking me, enter my age. Suppose I gave a 78. Let us see what it will give. Oh, it is giving me some input, some output. It is showing do nothing. It means I have to do nothing. The suggestion is do nothing. Khali baithe raho, do nothing, right? Okay. It means I inputted age 78 and this 78 is not matching with any of the cases. So by default, it prints this statement for me. Let us try with another one. Let us try with another one. Okay. Enter your age. Suppose I entered 50. No. Suppose I am entered 50. Okay. So it is giving me a recommendation that you do yoga, which is correct because 50, this age 50 is matching with this 50. So it is showing me you do a yoga, right? What it is saying me that you do a yoga, right? Okay, fine. Yeah, okay. Now you see what happened. You see what happened. I just tried one thing that if I very like like writing 45, what it does it mean? It is known as hard coding. Hard coding. If you were giving the variable, then it is taking that age that you are giving in the output box. Like here, suppose I gave a 50, then it is saying you do yoga. It means this age is 50. But if I hard code this age, instead of writing this variable, I'm strictly writing 78. 78. No matter if I give 2, if I give 18, if I give 23, if I give 50, it will not take this. It will take default block. It will automatically push me to the default block because let us try this. Then I'll explain you. Suppose I'm giving age 50, which is valid, which is one of the cases, right? But still it is giving me do nothing. Why? I have entered age 50, but it is giving me do nothing. What it should give me? Do yoga, but it is giving me do nothing. Why? Because the age you will give as an input in the input box, it is not considered because you already hard coded something here, right? You have already hard coded. Okay, so what I was saying, okay. So by default, it is taking this 78. That's why it is pushing me to this default block. Although I have entered my age as 50, but it is considering this. But we should not do this. We should fill age only because this is the right way of doing this. Otherwise, user will get misinterpreted. If you are hard coding something, if you are hard coding 78 and I am the user and I have entered my age 50, then user will be misguided. Now, user's age was very correct as per our code. But still we are showing him that you do nothing, then he will be misguided. Instead of showing this do yoga, we are showing him do nothing. It will be misguided. So your code is bad here. So don't hard code, right? Age only, right? So that whatever user will give, you will show the output accordingly. Okay, fine. Okay, good. So now a major issue occurs with this thing also. A major issue. Okay, let me show you one thing also. Let me show you one thing also. Let me show you something before proceeding, right? Let me show you something. Okay, let me show you something. Um, yeah. You see what happened? You see what happened? When I remove this break statements, when I remove this, now many of you will be asking like, why? What is break statement? What is break statement? I'll explain later half in the video, right? But for now, get something like this. Why we are writing break statements? Why we are writing break statements? This is a major concern. Why? Let me show you something. Let me show you something. Suppose I'm not writing a break condition from here, like for 23 case, for case 23, for case 50, I'm not writing this. I'm not writing this break condition. See what happens. Okay, see what happens. Enter your age. Suppose I enter 23. Woo! See what it will give you. It is giving you something like you dance, you do yoga, you do nothing. Okay. For one age, it is showing three output. Which three output? You dance, you do yoga, do nothing. Now you user will get confused. What should I do? Because on my age, it is recommending me three things. You dance, you do yoga, you do nothing. This is also confusing for the user who is using your application, suppose. Because every age should have only one recommendation, but here 23 age wala person is getting three recommendations. You do dance, you do yoga, you do nothing. So that's why these break conditions are very important. These break conditions are very important here. Why? Because break condition will stop the code then and there. It will stop the code, stop executing the code then and there, right? If you if you enter 23 as your age, it will only give you see out your dance, and then it will see, okay, there is a break statement, there is a breaker, so it has to stop. So it will stop automatically instead of printing you dance, you do yoga, you do nothing. Okay, earlier when there was no break statement, then all the three inputs are out, print statements are getting printed. Okay, but here you provided a break. It means after matching your 23 age with this 23, it will print for you this recommendation that you dance, and then it will break the case. It will break from case number 23. It will not go beyond. But if you're not writing break statement at some case, then that particular statement will be printed for you. But after that statement, all the statements that are located below that statement will also get printed. Let us see here for more clarity, right? Suppose I am writing, see carefully, right? Okay, see carefully and you will get better understanding here. Okay, okay, now this is my game. Suppose my age I am providing 2. Why I am providing 2? Purposely to show you something, right? Oh, when I age enter the age as 2, it gives me all 5 recommendations. So your code is not working fine. It means your application is bad. User will feel that your application is not good because for his age you are providing 5 recommendations. You are confusing the user. What should he do? You are saying the user that you are a baby sleep, you play badminton, you do dance, you do yoga, you do nothing. His age was 2, but you are recommending all 5 things to him. So all 5 things got executed. So we put a break. It means only one statement, one recommendation is shown to one person, right? Okay, I hope this break statement is clear by now, and we will take a separate time stamp for this also, right? For this break. But here, I hope you are now comfortable like why break is used with every sentence, so that whenever a sentence got printed, it breaks then and there, not print all the recommendations below that particular recommendation, right? One recommendation per person, right? Okay. Okay, we have seen how switch case statements work. Now we will see something very interesting. Believe me, very interesting. Okay. Now you will say that if you're having 50 people, now you are very clever students. You are very clever. You are very active in my class, and you're asking me lots of doubts, right? You are very interested in asking me doubts. So what you will ask me, um, you will ask me, teacher, what if we want to design the game, recommendation game for 50 people. 50 people in 10 groups. In 10 groups. You know, like these 50 people are categorized into 10 groups. 0 to 10 age category, 11 to 20 age category, 20 to 30 age category, 30 to 40 age category, 40 to 50 age category, right? You're asking me like if these 50 peoples are divided into categories, then how we will make this recommendation game using switch case statement. I have a solution for you regarding this also. I have a solution for you regarding this. That how you will write switch case statements for the ranges, for not single digit. Till now you're using single digit. 2, 18, 23, 50. You are using single digit. But now, being a smart students of my class, you're asking me for some age limit, for some range kind of thing. So let us do for this also, right? See carefully. Okay. Earlier I was taking simple digits, but now I want these groups, these ranges from 0 to 10, 11 to 20 and so on, right? Okay, so what I will do, I'll write the starting range, I'll do a space, I'll put three dots, dot, 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 then again a space, then the ending limit. Then the ending limit. Same way you tell me for this one, for the second range. For the second range, tell me quickly. It's starting limit for the this group, because this group is already covered, na? This group is already covered here in the case this. Now you're asking me for this. So how will you write this range? Starting range, space, three dots, space, ending range, right? Again, for 20 to 30, how will you write? For 20 to 30, how will you write? 21, 21, space, three dots, space, 30. Then for 30 to 40, how will you write? 31, space, three dots, space, 40. And for the default, and then this range will be considered as a default range. It's your choice. If you want to use a separate case also, for this 40 to 50, you will write like this. 41 space dot dot dot. These dots are for your ranges in switch case. This is a syntax, okay? This is a syntax. You eat, right? Okay. This is how you will deal with ranges in switch case statements. This is how you will deal with ranges in switch case statements, right? Okay. So shall we run this code? Shall we run this code? Right. Okay. So it is asking you enter your age. Suppose your age is 34. You do yoga. Let us check if it is correct. Okay. My age was, what was my age? It was 34. Let us see in which category it falls. I think it falls in this category, 30 to 40. Let us see. Oh, 31 to 40. Yes, do yoga, which is correct. It means my application is working as correct. Yeah. This is 31 to 40. Note this. Okay. Yeah. So my application is working as correct. Okay. Fine. Okay. Okay. Let us try without space. Let us see if we are not giving space between these three dots, what will happen. It is giving you error. What error it is giving you? Too many decimal points in number. Too many decimal points in number. It is giving you this error. I told na, write the first lower limit, then a space, then three dots, then again a space, then the higher limit. But I told you, like, I am trying to do something like this. I'm not maintaining space here. I'm simply writing like this. 0 dot 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 10. See here carefully. I am writing like this. How should I write? 0 space dot 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 space 10. But I am not following the rules. Instead, I am doing like this. 0 dot 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 10. So how it is behaving with this? It is giving me an error. See the error box. It is saying you too many decimal points in number. It means when you're not providing space between these decimals, like here and here, you know how it will treat it, like it is treating it like one number. Your compiler is getting it like one number. It is a single number, and a single number cannot have dots. 100 is written like this. Can you write 100 like this? 100 10 dot 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 0. Can you write this 100 like this? No, you cannot write. So same way, when you're not giving space between these three decimals, like this, it will consider it like a single number, which is wrong, right? Because a number cannot be formed by dots in between, or leading dots, or lagging dots, right? Okay. Neither 100 can be like this dot 100, neither it can be like 100 dot, neither it can be like 10 0, like that, dots in between. Now it will become 10.0, not 100. Okay, so this is the issue. So you cannot do like this. You have to give the lower limit of the range, then space, see my cursor, space, then three dots, then three dots, then again a space, and then 10, right? 10, right? Okay, fine, fine. Now one more thing I would like to tell you. Suppose I am giving 10 here. Let us see what will happen. Ooh, cool. See the error, see the error. Try to read this error and tell me what it is saying. Go guys, tell me the error, what is it is saying. What it is saying? Overlapping that value. Duplicate or overlapping case value. See the error. It is saying duplicate or overlapping case value. Why it came? This is the first entry overlapping that value. Why it came to you? Why it come? Why it has come? Why this duplicate or overlapping keyword is shown here? Because you are duplicating this range, right? For 0 to 10 you are saying you are a baby, sleep well, and 10 you are using here also for the lower limit of this 10 to 20. So it is duplicate. It means you are using 10 in the above range also, in this range also. Suppose I am using here 8. Let us see what it will give you. Again it is giving you overlapping error, because 0 to 10, in 0 to 10 there is 8 already there, because in when we count from 0 to 10, it will come na, 8 will come in this range, and still you are giving 8 here also. It is duplicacy. It means you are using one number in two different ranges. Here also you are using 8, here also you are using 8, so it is giving you duplicacy. So it is saying no ranges can be duplicate. If you are started from 0 and ended at 10, the next range cannot start from 10. The next range cannot start from 10. It should start from 1 greater than 10 or 2 greater than whatever it is, but not from 10. Otherwise it will give you duplicacy. Ranges will get duplicacy, right? So this is a thing that I wanted to tell you. I have told you two errors: duplicate errors and decimal errors. Why these three dots are given space from left and right? Okay, I hope you all are very clear and familiar with the syntax of switch case for ranges as well and for single numbers as well. And you will you are familiar with this break, why it is used. Same way break will work here also. If you're not providing this break, it will print whole statements. You want me to do a demo? You want me to do a demo on this? Okay, let me show you something. Let me erase it off. From where you erased this break statements, there it will print you like this. Okay, let me run it off. Let me give my age as 5. It is giving me you are a baby, sleep well, which is correct, because I have given age as 5 and 5 falls in the age category 0 to 10. And then for this it is printing me a sentence, you are a baby, sleep well, right? And after there I have given a break. That's why it got breaked here. But suppose I am taking some other example. Suppose I am giving my age as 12. It printed you 4 sentences: play badminton, you dance, you do yoga, you eat, you do nothing. 5 statements it gave because my age was 12, which was falling in this category. But after there is no break statement, There was no break statement. That's why this also got printed, this also got printed, this also got printed, this also got printed, and this also got printed, because I have not established a break. Suppose I put a break here, suppose I put a break here, and still I'll give my age as 12. Let us see what will happen. I am giving 12. It will print me three sentences only. Why? Because my age was falling in this category and there is no break statement. So it printed me this, it printed me this, it printed me this, and after it printed me you do yoga, there is a break statement. It means now you eat and you do nothing will not get printed because there is a break in middle. I hope you're very much clear with this break now, right? Why it is utilized here. Otherwise, the user will confuse like, what should I do? I am getting five recommendations from a single application based on my age. What should I do? Either I dance, either I play badminton, do yoga, eat, or do nothing. Okay. I hope after such a long discussion about switch case statements, it is clear to you guys, right? Okay, let us proceed further for the next amazing topics. Right? Okay, okay. Let me erase it off. Let me erase it off. Okay. Now we will do some loops thing, right? We will see some loop. Now we will move to loops, and then three statements are there also, which we will discuss at the end because they are implemented using loops. That's why. What do you mean by loop basically? What do you mean by loop? You know what do you mean by loops? Quickly tell me, or think in your mind like, what are loops? Loops means continuous iterations. When you continuously iterate. You know what does this mean? What does this mean? Continuously iterate. Okay. Okay. So we will see what are loops, right? What are loops? So think in your mind, what is loop according to you? What is loop? Loop is when you continuously do something. Okay. Uh okay. Let me give you some example. Let me give you some example. By this example, you will be familiar with the you will be getting very much familiarity with this loops, and then we will proceed to the syntax and everything. Like, okay. Uh you have gone to okay. There is a ring road in your city. You know what do you mean by ring road? What I mean by ring road? Which starts at a point and after moving round and round, it reaches to the same point. You see, there are parks in your colony. There are parks in your near city. In your city, these parks are having ring type path to walk around, to walk around, right? Ring shaped path are there, footpaths are there in the parks, in the gardens, to walk, right? Okay. Yes. So similarly, loops are similar kind of things. You iterate over some set of numbers, and like you iterate, basically you iterate. So this is the example that I want to give you about that parks wala thing. So what if you're not wishing to do something one by one? What if you want to, what if you want to do things in continuations, right? What if you want to do things in continuations, not one by one, one by one, one by one? So what I mean is, let us proceed further with the syntax part, and then you will be getting a clear understanding, right? Okay. So the example that I gave you was of park. Okay. Don't take it to your heart too much because these loops are totally based on the syntax. Okay. So let us proceed further. The first loop is for loop. For loop. Okay. The first loop is your for loop. There are two loops, there are three loops actually in C++ language: for, while, and do while. We will discuss each and everything one by one. We will discuss each and everything one by one. Firstly, we will discuss about this for loop, right? Okay. So what is the syntax? First, let me write some syntax and then explain you what does this syntax says. These syntax you have to learn, understand by yourself. I am trying my level best to teach you, but you have to remember them, practice them. Okay, the more you practice, the more easily you will write in the next time. Okay, syntax is firstly write the for keyword. Like in previously, you write if keyword, else keyword, switch keyword, right? For loops, you will write for keyword. Then you open a round braces, like you opened previously, na, this round parenthesis. Then in if condition, you wrote some condition inside in this round braces. And in switch case statement, you wrote some variable inside it. Now you will think like what I will write inside this round braces in for loop. There are three parts of this round braces. Like, let me take you here. Take you here. Okay. Okay. In listen carefully. In if condition, you used this round parenthesis to write some condition. Remember? Okay. You to write some condition. Then in switch case statement, in switch case, you used this round braces to write some variable name, which was age. Now in for loop, what will you use? Like, what content will you put inside this round braces? Let us see. Now, very frankly, I'm saying you something. Okay. Like, okay, the braces in this for loop is divided into three segments. Like, this is not, these round braces are like a house. It is like a house in which content reside. Okay, like this was a house where condition resided. This was a house, this round braces, where age resided, variables resided. But here three persons live. So let me draw some partition. So I have drawn two partition, right? Okay, this is the partition. So this round parenthesis is divided into, this is a house that is divided into three parts. In for loop, this is shared by three people. One people will reside in this part of the house, another people will reside in this part of the house, another person will reside in this part of the house, right? Three parts. So this part is known as initialization. Yes, initialization. I'll tell you what I mean by initialization. Don't worry about that. Initialization. Okay, initialization, right? Okay. Who will reside in this part of the house? Condition. Yes, condition, right? Condition. In this part of the house, condition will reside. Now in the last part of the house, who will reside? Unary operators. Who will reside? Let me move it quite left, otherwise it will go out of the screen, right? I have to drag it. Okay, slide it basically. So inside this round parenthesis in for loop, three peoples reside. Initialization reside, condition reside, and then unary operators reside. Okay, this is a syntax. Then curly braces will open. Let me shift in another. Okay, these are the curly braces. These curly braces will open. Then you will write some instructions like hello, hi, something like that, right? Something like that. Okay, something like that. Fine. This is the syntax. Now, this is a syntax. Can we start doing it, taking some example? Can we start coding using for loop? Okay, this is a syntax. So what first part is initialization, right? So what does this initialization do? I already told you previously. When you write something as int num semicolon, it is known as declaration. It is known as declaration or definition. Okay, definition. And when you do something like num is equal to 0, it is called as initialization. When you give variable some value, it is called as initialization. I told you these three things: declaration, initialization, and code displaying. Remember the previous part? Okay. So initialization means giving variable to the value, giving value to the variable. So firstly, let me declare some variable. Let me declare this num is equal to 1, let's say. Sorry, let me declare it. So writing int num semicolon, I declared it. You can declare and initialize in the same line. Like here I have declared also, initialized also, but you can also declare like, okay. So we have just declared num variable here, we will initialize it here. In for loop, you initialize it here, right? So what we will do, I'll say num equals to the starting point where you want to start this loop. Suppose you want to start it from number 1, so you will write a num1. Clear with this initialization? Who will reside in this first part? Initialization. So you have successfully initialized this variable num by 1. You can do anything. You can initialize it with 100 also. But for, let's say, for this time, let initialize it with 1, right? So clear with the first part of the house, initialization. Okay. Okay. Now in second part, your condition lives. What is condition? What do you mean by condition? Condition is basically this. Let me remove this. This pipe ins are just used to show you three parts of the house, but you will not put it actually. Instead, you will put semicolon to segregate it. Okay, like let me take you here. How I showed you that you will do three partitions. For partitions, I use this pipe in. What is pipe in? This pipe in. But you will, in actual coding, you will not do like this. Instead, you will put a semicolon. You will put a semicolon to segregate these three parts of the houses. Where the first person will live here, that is initialization. Second will live here, the condition. Third, unary operator will live here, right? Okay, okay, fine, yeah. So let it be as it is. Okay, so I initialize something. I made sure that initialization will reside in this house part, first part of the house. Then I put a semicolon here. I put a semicolon here. Then in this part, who will reside? Conditions. I wrote earlier na condition. Now what condition? Like, okay, you decided that num will start from 1. Where it will end? Because if you're not providing a ending condition, then infinite loop will form. It will never end anywhere. And your code will hang. Your compiler will misbehave because you have not provided with a limit. Everything suits in a limit. Okay. In real life also we have limits to something. Like there also we provide this some limit to this number, like where it will go. So let us take it to 10. Num less than equal to 10. It means less than also equal to also. You know which kind of operator it is? Relational operator. Okay. I told you now these operators are very useful. Now it is used here, relational operator. So this is the condition. This is the condition that you gave. Now who lives in the third part of the house? Who lives in the third part of the house? Who lives in the third part of the house? Unary operators. What do you mean by unary operators, children? Plus plus, I plus plus, something like num plus plus, num minus minus. I told you na, post increment, post decrement. I told you very clearly yesterday. So what I will write in this unary operator part? What I will write? I'll write num plus plus, right? What I will write? Num plus plus, because I want to print a counting. Suppose I am giving you a question. Print counting, counting, printing the counting from 1 to 10. How will you do? You will start your loop from 1. Start from 1. Take it to the 10. By what incrementing? By incrementing by 1. By incrementing by 1, right? That's why I write a num plus plus, right? This num plus plus, this num plus plus means num is equal to num plus 1. Suppose if you want to, now what it will give, let us see what it will give, then we will discuss further things. Otherwise you will not consume so much in a single breath, right? Okay, let us see what it will give. Let us see what it will give. Let us print it. Oh, I write a word loop here. Yeah. Okay, this is the syntax. To make you understand, I wrote that loop part. Oh, wow. It is printing hello 10 times because I ran a loop from 1 to 10. Suppose I'm not interested in printing hello, I'm printing number directly. I'm printing this num only, whatever this number is. Let us see what it will give. Number only I'm printing. Whoo, it is giving me counting 1, 2, 3, 4, so on up to 10. It is giving me counting up to 10 because I started from 1. See here, I started from 1. I take it to the 10 by doing a num plus plus. It is printing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Suppose I wanted to print एक छोड़ के एक. Like I wanted to print one number, then leaving other number, then third number, then leaving fourth number, then five number. Then what I will do? I will do a num plus equals to 2. This is a syntax. Num plus equals to 2. Now your num will take a jump. It will print 1, then it will take a jump. It will not print 2. It will take a jump to 3. It will skip 4. It will print 5. It will skip 6. It will print 7. It will skip 8. It will print 9. And it will skip 10. Okay. How this worked? Shall we dry run it to show you something? Let us dry run this code. Let us dry run this num plus equals to 2 wala code. Because just now I showed you how it worked, like what output it will give. But I want to show it using a dry run, like one by one, so that you can get very clearly. Let me erase the above part, otherwise it will cause confusion, right? Okay. Okay. This is the very clean syntax, right? This is very clean syntax. Okay, this is the clean syntax. Okay, now how it will work. Let me dry run it here. Okay, dry run, right? Okay. So what will happen? You initialize your num equals to 1. Am I lying to you? No. You yourself have initialized your num to 1. It means your number should start from 1. Okay. What it will happen? You will initialize something here. This initialized person will now check condition. This person will go to this second person who resides in second part of the house to check condition. He will be like, he will be this person. See my cursor. This person will come here and check if I am less than equal to 10. I am num. My name is num and my value is 1. My name is 1. My value is 1. Okay. If 1 is less than, this num is 1 here. If 1 is less than equal to 10, then after checking this condition, if this condition is true, if num is less than equal to 10, it will print this 1. What it will print? Num. Num is 1 here, right? It will print you 1. So initially the num is 1. It will check. It will check if I am less than 10. Yes. Yes. Then print the statement. Print the statement. Okay. After doing this, it will see this. Num will see this third part of the house. Okay. I have to take a jump of 2. It means I am 1. I am 1. I have to jump 2. It is num equals to 2. Right? It means num is equal to num plus 2. I told you now. I have very much clearly explained you assignment operators and this compound expressions. That num plus equals to 2 is your num is equal to num plus 2. So num is your 1. This is your 1. So let me replace it by 1. It is 1. Now 1 plus 2 is your 3. So num will now become 3. Now this num is not 1. Num is not 1. It has become 3. It has become 3. Now in second line, num has become 3. See the code I'm writing in 12 from 12th line. Num is 3. It will again check. It will check. It will check. If I'm less than 10, yes, I'm less than 10. Yes. Then print statement. Print statement. And then again do num plus equals to 2. Num is 3. 3 plus 2 is 5. 3 plus 2 is 5. Now num will become 5, right? Okay. Num is now 5. It will again check. It will again check. It will check if I am less than 10. If I am less than 10, yes, I am less than 10. 5 is less than 10. Then it will again print this statement. What statement? The number 5, right? Print statement. Then again it will do like this. Num plus equals to 2. This is like, why I'm saying loop, because again and again it is, see how it is working. It is getting initialized, then this person is going to this part of the house and checking condition, it is printing the statement, and then it is incrementing itself. These are the 4 steps. What are the 4 steps? 4 steps. What are the 4 steps? Initializing, checking the condition, printing the statement or whatever written inside the curly braces as an instruction. Then fourth is incrementing itself. You can decrement in the loop as well. I'll show you how to decrement, no worries, right? Firstly, get familiar with this incrementing. You can increment by 3 also, by 4 also, by 100 also. It's your choice. It's your choice. I'll show you this also. First, let us see this. Okay, then I'll after you will understand the dry run of one condition, one example, then you will become that much capable to do everything by your own. I'm guaranteeing that to you, right? Okay, now num is 5. Now num is 5, so I'll do 5 plus 2, which is 7. Now this is 7. Now num is 7. It is again checking. What it is checking? Is I'm less than 10? Yes, print the statement. Let me copy paste here also. Num is again checking. See, I'm repeating these 4 steps again and again. Initializing num to 7, checking if it is less than 7, printing the statement and incrementing it. I'm following these 4 steps only. Num plus equals to 2. Num is equal to 7 plus 2, which gives you 9. Num is 9 for now. Okay, num is 9. Again it will check. Again what it will check? I'm less than 10. Print the statement. Again it will increment. Again it will increment, right? Okay. Now num is 9 plus 2, that is 11. Now there is a twist. See carefully. Now num is 11. Okay, num is 11. It means out of 4 steps it has passed this initialization step. Now it will check if I'm less than 10. Is 11 less than 10 in real life? No. It means loop will break. Loop टूट जाएगी. You will be out of this for loop. उस park में से आप बाहर आ जाओगे. The park you are taking rounds of in, you are walking on the path of that park now you will come out because you have made 10 rounds and you are thinking like for today it is enough walking has done, right? Walking is like enough of the walking is done for today, so you will came out of the loop and go to your house. Same way, after the condition is done, it loop will break, right? So this is the dry run of this. Now, how will you increment with something like num plus equals to 100? See this. Num is initialized to 1. You are checking the condition. It is passing, printing the statements, and then incrementing it by 100. It means here you are incrementing it by 2, but now you incremented it by 100. It means your num will become 101. And loop will not proceed. Loop will break here only. Loop will break here only. Loop will break printing this one only, right? Let me show it to you by running. Okay, Yeah, it is giving you 1 because the next number was 101, which is not less than equal to 10. That's why it breaked, right? Okay. Now for negative, you can also do. Okay. So for negative, you have to start from something very higher. You have to initialize by higher. You have to initialize by 10, and you will say that 10 greater than equal to. Earlier you was using less than equal to or less than. Here you will use greater than equal to, then a num minus minus. Now you want to print counting as something like this. You want to print this counting you want to print, right? This counting, you started from here, then 1 you are decrementing because you are using num minus minus. If you want to decrement by 2, then you can use num minus equals to 2 also. Then the counting will be like something like this, then the counting will be something like this because you have decremented by 2. Now your counting will be something like this, right? This will be the output. Let us check it. Okay. Okay, let me comment out this. Otherwise, it is compiler will consider these things as important stuff. If you're not commenting out. See, 10, 8, 6, 4, 2, 0. You can give 3 breaks also. It's your choice. You can give 3 breaks also. 10, 7, 4, 1. Okay. What if you are starting? Okay. Okay. Yeah. What if you are starting from 1 and you are uh okay, the initial condition was, suppose it will give you some kind of error also someday, because suppose you are starting from 1 and you're checking if 1 is greater than 10. You are playing with the compiler badly, you are giving him wrong inputs, then it will behave very badly. You are initialized with 1, you are saying if 1 is greater than equal to 10, num minus equals to, let us see. I think it will not give you anything. It will not print anything, right? Because you have initialized correctly, but the condition was not correct because num is not greater than equal to 10. Okay. So a perfect loop is when you are doing incrementing, start from low value, check condition for high value, and then increment it doing plus plus. And when you want to start it from 10, like 10, 9, 8, 7, then start from high value, check condition with low value. If it is if your number is greater than equal to 0, then do a minus minus, right? Or minus equals to 2 plus equal, whatever it is. I have provided you with this syntax. Play as much as you can. It is you only who can get it to this. Like you can only understand this for loop by yourself. Okay. I have taught the best I can this topic, but it's on you how you will take it. Play with this, play with these 4 lines. Do whatever you want to do, man. Right? Take different input, output, initialization, num, increment, decrement, different print statements, etc. This is the basic syntax. This is the syntax. Do whatever you want to do with it, right? Okay. Shall we proceed to the next loop, which is known as while loop? Which is known as while loop. Okay, let's quickly proceed to the next loop. It is while loop. Let me quickly wind it up. It is same as for loop. While loop is, one second, is same as for loop. It is same as for loop. Now you will say like, okay, while loop is same as for loop, then what is the difference? This difference is of syntax. Syntactical difference is there. Syntactical difference is there, right? Syntactical difference is there. It means syntax is different. Syntax is different only, otherwise everything is same, right? Okay. So what you will do in while loop, there are no houses, nothing like that. No houses, nothing like that. There will be one person residing in that round braces house, right? So what are the steps? What are the steps? Define and initialize together or simultaneously. Are they, in for loop, what you were doing is, firstly you were defining, then inside that for loop in the first part of that house you are initializing, but here you will initializing top only. Suppose I'm doing int num is equal to 0, right? Then you will use this while keyword. This is the reserved keyword. Every time you are using this, na, then you will put round braces, and inside this round braces you will write condition, like if condition, like in if else condition you wrote, na, inside you wrote condition inside the round parenthesis, you will write something. Suppose we took the previous condition as num less than equal to 10, so write the same condition, then open the curly braces, write the print statements. Suppose you are printing num only, right? And then inside it do a num plus plus. Now you guys tell me what is the difference between for and while. It is same, right? It is same only, right? Okay. In for loop, what is the difference? In for loop you were doing everything in the same line. You were doing everything in the same line, like for, then you were initializing it here, semicolon, then you were writing num less than equal to 10, then num plus plus. You were doing like this, no? Then print statement something blah blah blah. Okay. Okay. But here you are doing everything in same line, initializing, checking condition, and doing a num plus plus. But in while loop, in one line you initialize and define and initialize. In this braces you check condition, and then after printing the statement you do a num plus plus. Okay. You can also do num plus plus on the top, but it will give you one output less, because okay, you will not get 0 here. Why you will not get 0? Because I initialize it with 0. After you will check that if 0 is less than equal to 10, so it is, yes, it is less than equal to 10, then you are doing a num plus plus. It means you are converting 0 to 1. Then what will get printed? 0 will not get printed, 1 will get printed, because you have incremented your num previously. Like before printing the actual num, you incremented it, so it will give you output from 1. It will give you output from, let me run this code, let me comment it off. Okay, so it is giving you 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11. Okay, fine. Okay. Okay, now you will say, okay, now you will say something like this. You know what you will say? You will say like, why 11 got printed? The condition was up to 10. The condition was given up to 10, then why 11 got printed? See the output again and ask me this question, I'll teach you. Why 11 got printed? Because you are incrementing. This is happening due to incrementation, right? Why? Let me dry run here only. Okay. Okay. Num was 0. You're checking if 0 is, see my words and see my cursor. You will get everything. You initialize num with 0. You are checking if 0 is less than equal to 10. Then you are incrementing it from 0 to 1, and then you are printing. It means what will get printed? 1. The next time, no initialization will happen. Only this condition check will happen, because initialization happens only one time. In for loop it happens many times, but here it happens one time. Okay. Now num is 1. You will check if 1 less than equal to 10. You will increment this. It becomes 2. What it will become? It becomes 1 to 2, and then you will print it. You will print 2, right? 2. You will check 2 less than equal to 10. 2 plus plus, it means it becomes 3, and you will print it. You check if 3 less than equal to 10. 3 plus plus, that is 4, you print it. 4 less than equal to 10, increment, print it. 5 less than equal to 10, increment 6 and print it. Similarly 7, similarly 8, similarly 9, similarly 10. Now you will check 10 less than equal to 10. Yes, 10 is less than equal to 10. You will increment it. It becomes 11 and it got printed. That's why 11 got printed. But if you would have written this num plus plus after this print statement, then this 11 will not get printed inside. Instead, 0 to 10 will get printed. 0 to 10, because You are printing then incrementing. Here when it will become 10, it will become 10, you will check if 10 less than equal to 10, just it will get printed. What will get printed? 10 will get printed, because you're printing 10 and then doing incrementing. Then it will become 11, you will check 11 less than equal to 10, it will not, loop will break, right? Okay, got it. Now again my same suggestion will be there, play with this while loop as much as you can. Try multiple outputs, initializations, conditions, incrementations, right? Okay, only the writing way of writing is different, and then otherwise for loop and while loop are quite same, right? Okay, fine, fine. Let us move towards another loop, that is do while loop. Do while loop. Now what does do while loop does? It does something and then it checks the condition. It means it is doing something without checking condition and then checking the condition, right? Okay, okay. So for this I would like to give you a real life example, because this may be quite confusing, that's why. Okay, okay. Suppose let me think of some condition. Okay, okay. So suppose your mom has given you 10 rupees and asked you to go to a grocery shop and buy a butter bite biscuit. Butter bite biscuit, right? Your mom asked you, she gave you 10 rupees and asked you to purchase to buy a butter bite biscuit for her. You have gone to the shop. You have gone to the shop. Suppose I am explaining you the scenario while condition, right? You go to the shop and you will check the condition. You will think in your mind, yes, my mother has asked me to get a butter bite biscuit. You will think, and then you will tell to the shopkeeper, hey shopkeeper, uncle, can you give me a butter bite biscuit of rupees 10? He will give you, and then you will give it to your mom and your mom will happily eat it, right? Okay, this is while condition, this is while, because you thought of something and then you told to the shopkeeper. In do while, you do something without thinking, bina soche, you do something and then afterwards you regret it. It is do while. Suppose again the same scenario, see the differences. Your mother gave you 10 rupees and asked you, hey kid, purchase me, buy me a butter bite biscuit of rupees 10. You will go to the shopkeeper, you will tell the shopkeeper, give me 10 rupees munch, give me 10 rupees munch. Without thinking, you misspelled, like in confusion you asked for munch, the shopkeeper gave you munch, right? Then you get back to your home and you will offer 10 rupees munch to your mother. Your mother will scold you, like, I asked you to buy a butter bite biscuit, why you have bought this munch for me? Then you will check the condition. Oh, yes, my mother asked me to purchase a butter bite. It means you did something. You bought that munch, and then you are thinking, oh, I did wrong. I have to buy a butter bite biscuit. Although you will go to the shopkeeper in real life and get it exchanged, but this is some scenario of do while. Like do pehle, like initially you do something and then you will regret it or think about it. So how it will work, let me tell you. Okay, okay. This was a simple example that I thought of giving you. Okay. What is the syntax? Syntax of do while is very same. It's just पहले करो and then condition check करो. पहले number को print करके then check the condition, right? Okay. So syntax is write do. That is reserve keyword. Reserve keyword write do. Okay. Then write curly braces. Don't write that open round braces. पहले do something. What do? Write. Okay. Firstly initialize something. Initialize num equals to num equals to 1. Initialize and define something, like in do while, in while loop. Initialize and define and initialize something, right? This is same as while loop. Okay, in do while, firstly you write a do block. This is a do block. Then open the curly braces, write something, write num. What do you write? Write num. Okay, then after coming out of this curly braces, you put a while condition. While num is greater than equal to 10. While num is greater than equal to 10. It means you did something. You already printed that number. Then you at last you check condition. This is false. Why? Because num is 1 and 1 is not greater than equal to 10. Let us see what it will give you. Let us see what it will give. Oops, oops, oops. It gave you 1. Should it print 1 here? No, because 1 is greater than equal to 10, but still it printed. Let us check with this do while loop. For one time, let us check it with while loop, right? Okay. While num greater than equal to 10, let us do it with while loop also and see the difference. Let us do it. Okay, num plus plus, right? Here in do while you have a num plus plus as well. Okay, for some time I have commented out this do while loop and to check how it would be, how while loop will behave for this case. It is not giving you anything. See the output box. Why? Because you have initialized num with 1. Firstly, it was verified by this gatekeeper. While will work like gatekeeper. It will not allow you to enter a college or school. Firstly, it will check you, verify you. On the airport, checking happens now. So this is a checker. This is a checker, huh? Yeah, I can also give you that aeroplane example, airport example. You enter the airport with your luggage, and you got verified, checked throughout, and then you were sent for the further processes to the plane. But do while loop, what does it do? It will sends you to the plane, and then it will check inside that plane. It will check your luggage. That is very funny, right? Okay, same like this. Okay, you initialize num with 1. While loop check the condition. While 1 greater than equal to 10, it is not. So when the condition is false, you will not enter this curly braces. You will not enter this curly braces. You will directly break out of the loop. What you will do? Break out of the loop. But already you have understood this while loop, so I'll not invest much time on this as well. My main concern to teach you is this. But teach this before making you understand this, I thought of providing you an example, same example with while loop as well. So you have seen that how while loop behaved in this case. It is not printing anything for you, but do while loop printing 1 for you, because it is initialized num with 1. It entered this block, it printed that 1 and initialized it with 2, and then then after coming out of these curly braces, it is checking this condition and feeling regret. Oh, my num is not greater than equal to 10. My num is 1 and 1 is not greater than equal to 10. I should not have printed this num. I should not have printed this num, but still I printed this one. But now what is the use of that regret? You have already printed that one. It should not get printed because the condition is false, but you did something, then you are regretting by checking while condition. I hope you are clear with this. Firstly you do something, then check the condition, but in while loop, firstly you verify, you check the condition, then do something. Okay, so what is the difference between, in simpler words, I would like to write here. In simpler words, difference between while and do while is in while you check you check and print something. In do while you print something first and then check. Opposite, completely opposite, right? This is your do while. I hope you're clear with the syntax. Let me erase it off and we will proceed to 2 more or 3 more statements in conditional statements that will be requiring this loops. That's why I told this loops first, right? Okay, and then we will be ending up with the session. And okay, so the statements that I posed on The next statement is your break statement. I know you are very excited to know about this break statement, and you have known probably about this break statement. This will break the loop. This breaks a for or a while loop. So I would like to give you some homework for today. I will demonstrate this break statement on for loop. Your homework will be to demonstrate this break loop on while and do while conditions, right? Implement this break statement on do while and while. This is your homework. I'll show only on for loop, right? Okay. Okay. This break a for or a while loop. Break statement breaks this loop. Let me demonstrate something. Suppose I want to print numbers from 1 to 10. 1 to 10. Someone said, Sonia, hey Sonia, wait. When you reach, he said, when you reach number 6, break out of the loop, right? Break out of the loop. So how will you tackle this situation? You thought of printing numbers from 1 to 10, but your friend is saying break when you reach number 6. Okay. Okay. Right. Okay. For example, if you have traveled in the Delhi by metro, uh, then there are so many stations. Rajori Nagar, Chandni Chowk in metro, right? It is written on inside the metro. But you are not willing to cover all those 20 stations. Let's say you want to leave that metro on station 6. Station 5 has arrived and station 6 has arrived now. You want to get out of that train. Okay, so you break out of this. You have come out of that train because your station is 6. So same way, if there are 10 numbers, it is not compulsory that you will iterate over all the 10 numbers, right? 10 numbers, right? You will break when you reach number 6. Your station has arrived, right? Okay. Okay. So I'll write a for loop. Int num is equal to 1 for, oh, I initialize 0 only. But you can do also like this. No issues. This is comfortable. This is some change in syntax. You can do, but for first time you will feel very discomfortable by this. So I'm doing like this only. Num started from 1. Num less than equal to 10. Num plus plus. See out, num. Num. Let me show you what it will give you. Let me comment this off. Right? Okay. Yeah, I commented it all. Yeah. So it is giving you numbers from 1 to 10. Now you will ask, like, where is that condition of breaking out of the loop? So, okay, what you will do? You will do something like this. Before printing, you will check something like this. You will say something like this. If num equal to, you know what this equal to? This is assignment operator or relational operator, right? Okay. If it is equal to 6, open that curly braces to write set of instructions. You simply write a keyword break. Keyword break. Otherwise, okay? Let us see what it will give you. It is giving you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It means you break out of the loop. You reach to a station, right? Okay. Now you will ask me, what if we are putting this if condition in, under this cout statement? Let us see what will happen. 6 will get printed. 6 will get printed. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Your friend told you to break out the loop when you reach 6, but you printed 6. You have passed that station. Now you will be getting out of that the Delhi metro on the 7th station. Because why this happened? Because you printed first and checked the condition later. This is do while, something like do. You did something and then you checked, oh, my station has reached, but till the metro door closes, right? Okay, you realized that, oh, I have to get out of the metro on station number 6, but I have reached between 6 and 7 station. Now I cannot do anything. I have to go to 7 station. Okay. So 6 will get printed because you printed first and then you realized something. You check the condition, right? That's why it happened. So this is the break condition. You will give if condition. If this is that, you will break. You can give any condition. Suppose I'm saying if num modulo 5 is equal to 0. If I reach to a number that is divisible by 5, I'll break there. You can give any condition to this break. It will break at 5, sorry, because 5 will get printed previously. But if I will include this first, so every time you use a break, include it on the top so that it will not do something and then check condition, but it will check condition first and then do something, right? It will give you 1 2 3 4 5. 1 2 3 4, sorry. Why? Because on 5 it got break, because when you reaches number 5, 5 divides by 5, then that's why it breaked, right? So I request you to try similar kind of stuff for while and do while. This is your homework. Now next condition is continue statement. It is also a jump statement. Why these break continue are known as jump? Because here you jumped out of the train. Delhi Metro, remember? When you reached your sixth station, you jumped out of that. You will not obviously jump out of the train, but I'm just saying, like, okay. So when you reaches this num modulo 5, you break out from that loop. You jump out of that loop, right? That's why it is known as, these are known as jump statements. Now, how will this continue work? How will this continue work? Let us see. Instead of writing that break keyword, just write continue keyword. Just write continue keyword. Now you will think like what it do, like previously when we wrote break, now we are writing continue, how it will differentiate, what it will do. So let me tell you this thing, right? let me tell you this thing let me tell you this thing. This will skip the element, skip the element and will move to the next element. This will skip the element and move to the next element. If I'm saying, suppose let us say this thing, if num equals to 5, continue. Otherwise, previously I used a break. It means when it reaches num is equal to 5, it breaks out of the loop. Now it will not break out of the loop, but it will skip that element. Let us see what it will give. See, it is giving you 1 2 3 4 6 7 8 9 10. Where has 5 gone? It skipped that element. Why? Because we are telling him that if you reaches num is equal to 5, you continue. It means you skip that element and move to the next one. Skip that element and move to the next one. This is what a continue does, right? This is what a continue does, right? Okay. 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 Shall we proceed? Okay. This is the continue statement, right? So the last statement for today is your go-to statement. What it is? Go-to statement. Okay. Okay. The last statement for today is go-to statement. The last statement for today is go-to statement. Go-to statement. Okay. The last topic as well as the last statement. Go-to statement. What it will do? ये आपको परेशान कर देगी. What it will do? It will what it will do? Okay. It will irritate you. It will irritate you. I'm just joking. It will not irritate you. It will irritate you also, but will be productively irritate you. Like in a nice manner, it will irritate you. How? Let us see. Okay. Its syntax is suppose I am designing a game. I am designing a game. Right? I am designing a game. I am saying that I will think about a number. I will think about a number and you students will guess what I'm thinking. You students will guess what number I'm thinking about. Guess what number I am thinking about, right? What number I'm thinking about, you will guess it. I will guess and I will think a number like we used to play in school and colleges now. You between friends, like I will decide a number, like we used to say like, okay, choose a number from 1 to 100, then I will come to a conclusion and tell you like what number you decided, right? This was a game I forgot. Okay, forgot about how it is played, right? Okay, so I'm saying, students, I'll decide a number and you will guess what I have decided. Okay, so how I will do it? Okay, suppose I am making some block. I am making some block. Correct? Incorrect. Let me write some syntax and then I'll tell you how it will work. Don't worry. Okay. Let me write something. Int num cout. Again, I'm asking enter the number. I'm asking you guys to enter the number for guessing. I already decided that number in my mind, but I'm asking you to enter a number so that I can match if your entered number is matching my thought number, the number I have thought, right? My number that I have thought, right? Okay, 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 fine. So I'm writing if so I'm giving a condition. This is my code. If I'm saying if number greater than 50, number greater than 50, go to incorrect. Else see out, yes, you guessed it right. It right. Okay. Congratulations. Right. Okay. And a smiley as well, right? Okay. Okay. Let me run this program and see how it will work. And then it will make you more interested in this. Suppose I entered 120. Enter. Ooh, it is irritating me. It is saying enter the number again. Okay. Now one of your like you student, one of among you entered 120. Now you will fight among each other. Oh, let me enter. I'll guess the teacher's number right. You entered 56. Okay. Why it is asking you again and again the number? Because you're not guessing it right. I have thought something and you're not guessing it right. That's why it is asking you again and again. It is asking you to guess more and more. Suppose it is saying 78. Again it is asking you the number. Suppose one among you was very smart student and he entered something smaller. He realized that when I enter a large number, when we students enter large number, it is not output. So you thought that maybe we this time we enter a small number. Suppose you enter 23. Woo! I am saying yes, you guessed it right. Congratulations. It means you guessed my number, what I have thought. So what this goto will do? What will this goto will do? Int num, then okay, int num, then c outing that number, then taking input by c in. If number greater than 50, go to incorrect. It means I am sending you guys to the incorrect block. You will go to this block again and it will repeat the same process. It will again ask you enter the number. Then if you are guessing it, suppose you like how you guessed it. Initially you guessed 120. My code will check 120 greater than 50, go to incorrect block. Now you will again go to this block. You again go to this block, went to this block, right? You entered 78 or 53, something like that. Again it will check, okay, 53 greater than 50, send the students to incorrect block. I sent you again to the incorrect block. Then you entered 78, the third student entered 78. Then again I checked, though 78 is greater than 50, I again sent you guys to the sended you guys to the incorrect block. Then one among you was very smart student and he entered 23, right? All of you are smart, no grudges. Okay, 23. Then I'll check, okay, 23 is less than 50. It means it will go to else block, and it printed congratulations, right? This is how this go to will work. You can give any name to this block, any name to this block. Suppose that haunted house wala game. Ineligible. Suppose I'm giving this name as a block, as a name eligible, and I'm asking age. Okay, I'm asking for age. Suppose, okay, I'm saying if age is less than 18, less than 18. Oh, okay, less than 18, I'll again send you to this. Okay, yes, you can enter the haunted house in funfair, right? Okay, let me run this code. Oh, I have to change here also. Ineligible. You can give it like any sensible name to this block, right? Okay. Let me run this code off and see what will happen. Okay, enter the number, enter the age, sorry. Okay, let us think it is 45. It is 4. So it is again asking me. Suppose this time I entered 45, it is saying me, yes, you can enter the haunted house. This is also a small game that I designed by goto statement. If the condition is again and again wrong, it is not matching, it will again and again send you this to this block again. That's why I said it is irritating. It will again and again, it will not let you come out of this loop until you guess it right. So when it becomes boring and irritating, suppose I told that if age is 100, if age is 100, okay, if age is less than 100, less than 100, then go to this ineligible block again and again. And if you fill 100 or above 100, you will come out of this loop. I fill 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever I fill, I'll not get out of this loop. I'll not get out of this loop. That's why it is irritating. I have to give some big number than 100. Then only I can get out of this. See, so many inputs it has asked me. That's why it is irritating. Okay, because it will again and again send you to this ineligible block until you guess the right number. Right? So in large values, suppose 200, 2000 values, it is very difficult for you to guess the exact number out of this 2000. Suppose I am thinking something from 1 to 2000, then it will difficult for you. You will try multiple numbers and like that. Okay, you will shut down your computer, then only you can get out of this go to this code, this game. Otherwise you, it will ask you again and again, enter the number, like that. Okay, it is not known, it is not officially known as irritating. I just give this term to make fun for you, make it fun for you, right? Okay. Okay, guys. Okay, students, I hope you have learned a lot in this class. I hope you are aware of conditional statements and loops by now. And I just recommend you to practice it on your own and crack something big, right? Okay. So, all the best to you. Thank you. Bye bye. Have a nice eve or a day.